Okay, we are going live any second. I have just started the stream, my
Oh,
friend.
any second now, my friend. He just started to stream.
Yes. Me think we already live because the stream just popped up on my YouTube.
Oh, it just popped up. Okay, my friend.
I probably need to tweet this out.
Yes, you should tweet it, Holy.
Oh, Twitter. Like anybody cares on Twitter anyways anymore. Well, WrestleMania is upon us. Exciting time of the season, as usual. I would say, though, last year was more exciting than this year. Maybe because we got spoiled by The Rock. Don't you think?
I'd agree. I definitely feel like, not to say that the build to last year was the greatest either. I still feel like it was the same way as this one. Very much going as they go along type of vibes, but I definitely can agree that the build for last year was better than the build thus far for this year.
Right. Um, Starting things off slow because there aren't a whole lot of people here. Just one of those
Well,
things.
we could stall with a special presentation, my friend.
Special presentation about what?
Yes. You know, just reliving history for one of the greatest times of, you know, of all the times.
What are you talking about?
I think I have someone who wants to say a few words, is what I'm saying, my friend.
Oh, Lord
He
have mercy. Go ahead.
please.
It's obvious that all of you know exactly who I am. Four-time tag team has achieved greatness time and time again.
Demands respect, but gives none himself.
Thank you, Alex Gemini.
All of you are forced to recognize and respect just how good Chris Jericho is. I am the best in the world at what I do.
Okay, what an intro. Hello.
And that's the thing is when they guys like Chris Jericho, guys like CM Punk, guys like Bret Hart, they always had catchphrases telling people they were the best. Nowadays it's different because they don't say phrases like best in the world or the best there is. They just have a name for you, and that is Lamar, and that's who I am, and that's what an intro is. Ah, what's good, y'all?
What an idiot. I'm just kidding. Okay, Lamar. Wait, I thought you said that we were supposed to have a special guest.
That was him. It was Chris Jericho.
Oh, man. No, not today. I thought you said something like along the lines like last night.
I don't know.
Alex
Not that I
Gemini
know.
says, if I ever come on the stream, my theme song will be King of My World by Salava. That is a great theme song. He used it Survivor Series 2002 at the Elimination Chamber, and they played it live from Madison Square. No, not Madison Square Garden. New York, Times Square. I thought that was pretty cool how they did that. I guess we can start talking about Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. As you saw what happened this past week, we thought that we were going to get a triple threat match announcement. But then they were like, Bianca Belair, she's the one who won the match. She's a number one contender to face Io Sky. But since there's a beef, he's gonna give Rhea Ripley a rematch against Io Sky, and the winner of that match will face Bianca Belair. What do you think about that? They're stalling, right? This has to be a triple threat match. What do you think?
Honestly, this could go. I feel like I say this all the time, but this could go one of two ways.
Okay.
I think this goes triple threat like we all think. I think the match will end in some sort of disqualification, um,
Mm-hmm.
or just some type of result where there is a draw, where there is no winner, or
Talking about next
even
week?
yes, Rhea and Io. So I
That's
feel
fine.
like you'll either have Rhea getting disqualified, probably by Bianca Belair distraction, to where
Mm-hmm.
she gets, you know, hit or something to where she wins the match, but Io still has the title to where they could set up for a reason to why she should be inserted. But then again, she already signed, so I mean, I think we're gonna have the triple threat. But even if we don't, I feel like Triple H could rewrite his wrong and have Rhea Ripley win,
Mm-hmm.
regain her title back to go into Mania against Bianca. But I genuinely think the best case scenario is the triple threat. I think we're just gonna get the triple threat in a way,
Yeah.
like I said, is the easy way to set that up is by having Rhea win the match in a way where she doesn't win the title. So whether that's by count out or disqualification, I think that would be a good way to be like, well, what the fuck? I got screwed.
That makes sense. Or even where Bianca would interfere, which I don't know. I didn't hear the context what Adam Pearce said. Did he say that he was going to enforce some rules? He said that he was
Not,
going to do something. I didn't catch that last bit.
not that I know of. I thought that the main thing he was mentioning was the whole, you were gonna have the match on Monday.
Gotcha. I didn't know if he was going to say, like, hey, Bianca, you are barred from the ringside. This is just one-on-one match between Rhea and Io. But yeah, I can see that. I can see maybe a double ring count out, or something along the lines. And then Adam Pearce is finally forced to make a decision where this is a triple threat match. Therefore, they're stalling the time as a rivalry. Look, I'm going to say this. They've already told us the story for Triple Threat, right? They've been doing this for what, 2 to 3 weeks now. I think it's pretty obvious that this is a Triple Threat match. Taking Io or Rhea away from this match and just doing a one-on-one match against Bianca, I don't think that makes any sense, since we're only 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks away from WrestleMania. So, as
Let
Juan said
me
in the chat, I like the idea of Triple Threat Women's World Heavyweight Championship match. Is going to
well, let
steal
me
the show.
ask you this:
Okay.
Would you book it for night two since we already know who's getting night one main event?
Jay and Gunther?
Because no, my friend, I think we're going to be seeing something else, my friend. Um,
Oh, Cena? I mean, not Cena, sorry.
no,
Punk.
triple threat.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's my
yes.
question. Having that triple threat match, does that take away from the one we have now? Not the obviously two different stories, so that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking in terms of if we have another triple threat match, you feel like it would take away from the fact we're already going to be getting one. So that means it has to, not necessarily it has to, but it will have to meet expectations of the other triple threat match. I feel if it's in the same night or vice versa. So you feel like maybe they should bite the bullet and just let either Rio or Io win, so that's a one-on-one match clean, or do you think that they do the triple threat match and risk possibly, shooting themselves in the foot and, you know, taking away from the triple threat match that we already have?
Oh, that's a lot of triple threat match action going on there. This can be done easily on opening of night one, right? Either that or you open it with a bang with Jey Uso and Gunther on night one. By the way, I'll say this. I don't think Jey Uso and Gunther are going night two. I
You're
think
not
they...
answering my question, my friend.
About what? About
Does
when
it
are
or
they gonna...
does it not? Does it or does it not take away from our special secret main event triple threat match we already having? Is that Indian English enough for you, my friend?
You're talking about one that might be getting himself involved with the thumbnail?
What I'm saying is, if they insert Rhea into this match, does that take away from the CM Punk Seth Rollins and Roman
Nah.
Reigns triple threat because we already have a triple threat stipulation. That's what I'm asking.
Nah.
Okay.
It won't.
Okay.
I don't think it takes away. I just want to make sure because I know there's so many triple threat matches probabilities. I want to make sure that which one are you talking about. So.
Well, I'm talking about this one because it's the more other than the main one we know of. This is the other important one. So.
Yeah, this one I feel like won't be opening. The show has to open up hot, right? I don't think this will be the match that would open up night one. I feel like easily night one will be Jey Uso.
Night two.
Huh?
I could see it being a middle, like the mid match, the mid card. I said mid card in terms of the middle match on the card for night two. I think that's just the perfect place for it.
By the way, I feel like they gave it away that Jey Uso is gonna win. A lot of people know Jey Uso is gonna win. He is booked for the what do you call it? It's like a party event after the show, after dark. I think with MGK at some club or something on Saturday night. If that doesn't give away that Jey Uso is gonna win, then I don't know what is on the Saturday night. I think it's Saturday night. Did you see that?
No.
There's four night outs clubs that's happening. 4 different ones. One with Jey Uso. There's 3 with other people. I don't know exactly which ones. But then there's like celebrities involved. Like Flo Rida is one of them with somebody. Then yeah. Excuse me. I have to pull it up in just a second.
Thing with that is maybe who knows, but we might get an Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit type of ending to WrestleMania where we get the 2 baby faces winning. But honestly, I think if Cody doesn't lose, I think Jey Uso and Gunther could be the swerve this year. Like that could be the one match we get where we're like, oh, like that's the one match we get where the crowd's like, damn it. Like they get kind of, a little bit like, what the fuck? I think maybe we could see a swerve with Gunther and Jey Uso. I think Triple H has been booking Gunther like shit. And I think giving him a WrestleMania title win at WrestleMania, I know I said WrestleMania twice, but you get my point. I think it would be very beneficial for him, considering how they've been booking him.
Man,
could they just give it to Jey Uso? Yeah, probably. But I think that could be a swerve. Could get some heat off of that going into Backlash.
Yeah. I found the post. I'm going to post it or show you guys on the screen while I'm talking here in just a second. But I want to go back to what you just said. Could you imagine this theme that Jey Uso has been building up, the repertoire that he has, the main event Jey Uso and everything? I just don't think that they're going to kill it. I'm with you on whatever you're saying, but this is a WrestleMania. People are looking for a celebratory. Can't talk.
Celebratory. I know what you're saying, but that's what.
Moment.
But you have two matches where you can have one of them be that, and I'm saying we don't necessarily have to get a fairy tale ending where both of them get a happy ending. I'm saying I could see it going since we've been having such a lackadaisical build up to WrestleMania. I feel like anything could happen at Mania to a point where, like what I'm saying here, where I honestly could see them pulling a swerve where Gunther just wins. And like I said, just because of everything. And like I said, if they plan on allowing Cody to win, I think that would be the one way we can have that, that gasp moment as far as like not in a good gasp. But
you lagged for a second when you said gas. You were like, gas. Uh-oh. Lamar, you lagging, my friend. Uh-oh. Lamar turned into a robot.
No.
Oh, no. What is happening, my friend? It's like he's playing brand new guitar with his voice. While that's happening, while he's trying to fix his mic.
I fixed it, my friend.
Okay, very good, my friend. I want to share the screen and
I
then we can
was.
go back. Yes,
Oh, okay. No go.
that's
Share
fine.
the
You can keep
screen.
talking. Not that screen.
No, I was just gonna say the way with the build is that Paul Levesque will do anything right now to make Mania something, just get some people talking, and I feel like that could be it. Something like that. If he doesn't have the plans of having that shock factor be Cena beating Rhodes, I think that's the perfect thing because sure, Jey Uso might, you're going into that he gets his Mania match and doesn't win, but I think it wouldn't hurt him. I think it would benefit him having that underdog story going into the next pay-per-view or whatever it is like, he lost at Mania, but he'll have another chance type of thing.
Right.
So I don't know. I think it could go either way.
All right, here is the poster on the screen. So on the 17th of April, which is Thursday, we got Valentino Khan, Charlotte Flair, Rey Mysterio, and Bianca Belair. That's cool. That's on Thursday. On Friday, they have Metro Boomin with Liv Morgan and Braun Breaker after dark. I'm guessing this is late at night. Then they have Saturday, obvious. They got the Usos with Machine Gun Kelly on a Saturday night after dark. If that doesn't give away that Jey Uso is going to win.
But it doesn't. Because then, by that logic, does that mean that if Braun Breaker gets an Intercontinental Championship match, he's going to win? Does that mean by default, Liv Morgan's going to win her tag title match by default?
Nah,
Does that mean
it's
by
just,
default that,
it's just it makes sense for Jey Uso to be out celebrating in After Dark. Why would you be out there without just, I don't know, just being out? Because it's just Jey Uso?
You just answered your own question with what you just said, and you're not thinking about it.
Okay.
Even if he loses, it's Jey Uso. Jey Uso, the character, can be out there, and Jimmy Uso, just promoting wrestling, WWE.
I can't imagine that if he's already had a match and he's out there after losing a match. Although, I can imagine being out there when he has not wrestled his match yet, and yet he has to wrestle on Sunday the next day. So I can see him then, just being out there and just acting totally normal, hyping up the crowd.
What was the one at night? Who was the one for the first night that the names you said before? Liv, Braun, and
are you looking at the screen?
Not currently.
At the screen? Okay. First night is on a Thursday. It's Valentino Khan with Charlotte Flair, Rey Mysterio, and Bianca Belair.
Rey Mysterio is a fucking jobber at this point. So
I know.
I'm just
Friday
saying.
they have, Liv Morgan, Braun Breaker, and Metro Boomin.
Rey Mysterio will have he's probably gonna lose at Mania. I understand what you're saying. It would make no sense for fucking Jay to be there after losing and celebrating type of thing, but I just don't think you see them doing a rookie mistake like this. Like I know I'm the one who's usually like shit talking them for doing stupid shit, but you really think they would shoot themselves in the foot like this?
I don't know. I think Jey Uso's winning at WrestleMania. That's my prediction. Sam actually gave his prediction. He says Gunther will win, and respectfully, that's fine if that's what you think. And that's what you're thinking too, Lamar. You're thinking of the unpredictable, like thinking out of the box. But let me ask you this: let's say Jey Uso loses, right? Does he have a chance of coming out on Monday Night Raw the night after Mania and actually reclaim it and be like, you know what, I got the balls to step up. I want to create my moment right here, right now. Can he do it?
I think honestly it'd be a pretty mirror image. It could be an interesting thing, but I think it'd be a mirror image of what happened with Cody.
Yeah.
The first attempt. I think he would try to go. I think he would try to go out there and challenge Gunther, and he'd be like, "You're not worth my time. I already beat you." And then he'll probably be like, a tag match or some shit. The way they've been treating night after Manias, I don't see it happening, unfortunately. Like last year's was pretty. Yeah, man, we haven't had that moment. Like the closest thing we got to that was Brock Lesnar turning on Cody, but even then that was like I feel like there was no true payoff because we haven't seen Brock since then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
going back to Jay, I think Jay's winning. I just don't think that they will drop the ball on Jay because I look at it from a business standpoint. They sell a lot of merch for Jay. He's a merch mover. Kids love him. He's a huge baby face. I think that's the simplest solution or the answer I can give you. That's the biggest reason why I think that Jey Uso will win, even if it's for a short amount of time. I say give him the victory, let him be hot, and then if the steam's kind of, down at the moment, then pull the strap off
so
his
if
waist.
Jey Uso wins, do you think that guarantees and locks in that we'll have a John Cena moment?
Maybe, perhaps. I agree with you, man. He really doesn't have a whole lot of moves up his arsenal. He has to do something creative.
No, my friend, I'm saying if we see Jey Uso go over, babyface, yay, we celebrate, yay. Does that mean we're gonna see Cody Rhodes lose?
Yes. I think that I wanna wait to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that yet because I don't want to get ahead of myself.
But we can talk about the real main event for the WrestleMania because all of us know what the real main event is. It's not John Cena and Cody Rhodes, my friend.
I know. Let's talk about Tiffany and Charlotte, and then we'll talk about the main two.
Tiffany's Stratton is
Let's
so
talk about
hot. Oh.
Tiffany Stratton is not that hot. She's made of plastic, bro.
Shit, I'll see what that plastic feels like.
Yeah. So I feel like Tiffany and Charlotte, their storyline. Charlotte is a seasoned vet. She knows what she's doing. Even on mic, or should I say that satellite twin screen, or not twin screen, the split screen broadcast argument that they had. I feel like Charlotte ate it. She knew what she was talking about. Tiffany looked like a damn rookie, which she is. Charlotte was like, baby girl, either they're at least wooing or booing. In wrestling terms, when crowd is reacting, whether if it's boos or yays, either one of the reactions is a good thing. You need to be worried about when the crowd is not reacting at all and when they're trying to take a piss break during your match. But that, Charlotte is going to perform. She has the stamina. She's the queen. Yes, she has the name of the Flair, but she will probably make Tiffany huff and puff. Yeah, she will give her run for her money, whether she loses or win. I think Tiffany should keep the title. She should win, but put her over. Huh?
You're not thinking of you're gassing Charlotte up like she's not coming off of injury, my friend.
She might be coming off an injury, but she works out.
She has not performed. She has not performed in a very long time. I'm not saying she's not going to kick ass. Okay, let me stop.
I think she'll.
I'm not saying that she's not going to do okay, but the way you're gassing her is like she's going to carry this. She's gonna make Tiffany sweat and do this. It's like I don't know, man. I think on the mic, yes, I think Tiffany has been proven to be looking. The best comparison I have to this is either when Bryan Danielson first fought Hangman Adam Page when he was the world champion, or when CM Punk fought Adam Page when he was the world champion. Great talent. Adam Page was a great talent, young talent, but the two vets in CM Punk and Bryan Danielson just ate him out on the mic, just proved him to just be a rookie compared to them, to where you honestly think that they might pull the trigger and let Charlotte beat Tiffany just for the fact that she's, outperforming her right now, at least just in terms of just knowing what to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do. Like Charlotte is, like you said, she's showing that currently, but
she works out like crazy, bro.
I know she does, but that
doesn't. A lot of stamina.
That still does not mean that. Like I feel like you're not giving Tiffany enough credit in the ring to say that it's gonna be, oh, Charlotte's gonna run circles around her and she's gonna be sweating.
No,
I think it's gonna be the other way around, honestly.
I'm not saying that. I'm actually backing Charlotte up because a lot of people are hating on her just because of her name, but they always tend to forget that Charlotte's presence. I mean, she's kind of like equivalent to, just say her daddy's name, Ric Flair. I mean, we know when she's in the ring, she's going to perform in the ring. It's not so much of not so much of who is Charlotte going up against. It's more like just Charlotte being in a match has a huge impact because you know that match is going to be good. I feel like I'm running around in circles with my words because I can't get the words out of my mouth.
No, you're fine. I was going to ask.
All I know is that the match is going to be good. I feel like a lot of people are hating on Charlotte. That's why I'm backing up Charlotte. Kudos to Tiffany Stratton because she has excelled so many times. But I did see some hate towards Tiffany. Anytime she did the, not the moonsault, it's the Swanton Bomb or whatever. She always lands on the security guards and stuff. But you can't really blame Tiffany Stratton for it. They're trying their best to build up the storyline. I do see y'all's comment. That's why I keep looking on this side when I'm reading comments, just letting you guys know. Go ahead.
So,
Lamar.
But with Charlotte, people are not a fan of it. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to defend her. I get it. Mm-hmm. But can we not take a second and maybe feel like people are just tired of what they feel like they might see? I mean, we've seen this before. We've seen Charlotte. Let's say even if Charlotte doesn't go into this winning, you know what this reminded me of? And like I said, I still think this is going to be a great match like you. I think these two are going to be one of those pairings that not a lot of people would expect to actually have a lot of chemistry. I think they're going to do great. Right. But this reminds me of when Becky Lynch was going into the Elimination Chamber to fight Rhea Ripley at Mania. Was it last year or the year before?
Yeah.
I feel like that people are on that same boat of, we've seen this before. We're bored of Becky. We're bored of Charlotte, even though Charlotte's been gone. So I'm not saying it in like people hate Charlotte, but it's just we've seen this all before.
I think it's because she got into the main event picture just like that. That's why people are hating. But I mean, you got to give her credit.
We've seen this all before.
Yeah, but you got to give her credit. It's not because of her name. I mean, how many times did that happen with Roman Reigns before he became the tribal chief? Before COVID time, he was pushed down our throat so many times. He won a number of championships, so many accolades. It's not a really good example
because that just kind of feels to the point of like, we've seen this before. We're tired of it.
We haven't seen a match with Tiffany and Charlotte.
That aspect of it, yes, but I'm talking about the storyline of Charlotte just inserts herself main event. I'm here. We're not even gonna build this completely. I'm just here, and all the other people, like you said just now, like Io Sky, right? She doesn't even need to be inserted into this match against Rhea and Bianca. They could just have Rhea versus Bianca.
No,
Io could have easily got. No. My point is, there is more talent. Do not
disrespect Miss Sky.
How's that disrespect? How is that disrespect? I literally just said she deserves a one-on-one championship match, and that's disrespect.
No.
What?
I agree with
that. No.
I agree with you, my friend. They can have another rematch. You gotta understand, Bianca Belair she's done what, she three-peated Mania, right? Women's championship matches.
Listening.
I am listening.
Both of them can get the title match.
Listen, I understand that, but I'm glad that someone thought of Io Sky out of the box. She put on great matches in 2024. She was literally carrying so much of the matches itself in general. I mean, the Money in the Bank ladder match. What was the other one? I mean, she did so many crazy moves and things. I mean, she was the highlight of those matches. So I'm glad that she's kind of inserted into the mix, especially as a champion. they can create another match out of this, which is a one-on-one, and Io Sky doesn't have to be part of that match. It could be just a one-on-one matchup with
but
somebody else, Rhea and
you're
Bianca.
adding to my point. I'm not saying anything bad on Io. What I'm saying is, when you have a Charlotte Flair pop up out of nowhere and take the spot, there are other people that could have had that spot. I'm saying Io could have had that match against fucking I'm blanking on her name because I'm thinking of Charlotte and they're the same person, Tiffany Stratton.
I feel like
You could have had that match. I'm not saying that's what you could should have did, but I'm saying there are other people that could have had that spot who've actually been there every night grinding.
Leading into Mania, a lot of chatter was going around that Charlotte was coming back. On the paper, you have the Blondie versus Blondie, Charlotte Flair, who has done it all. And you know that anytime Charlotte's in the main event picture, she's going to put on one hell of a performance. And they wanted to see that against Tiffany Stratton because that's like a dream match, right? Because Charlotte was out for a long time. They wanted something new, something fresh. Io Sky, she's been wrestling. I'm sure they probably cross paths with Tiffany Stratton. But this, I think Charlotte versus Tiffany sounds better as a WrestleMania matchup. Not because of what we've seen already.
But this is the same conversation we had with Bianca and Jade last year. I told you, and you agreed that they shouldn't rush that match right away, first interaction between the two. And I get you could say that Charlotte's been out, but the first interaction in between the two, the first confrontation, they're getting a match at Mania. And I think this really could shoot them in the foot because
there's a lot of firsts.
It's that same aspect between Bianca and Jade that these two, Charlotte and Tiffany.
Alex,
other than the Blondie comparison, these two are the comparisons are uncanny as far as what people have been saying about Tiffany. They've been comparing her to Charlotte for a while now. My point is that the first confrontation against these two, you're putting them in a Mania match where if Charlotte wins, you're fucking over Tiffany. You're putting her, you're feeding her to the sharks. If Charlotte wins, now you can say, oh yeah, this is only the first match. We will have a trilogy. I don't think anyone wants a trilogy right now, is my point. I get
that, my friend. But there's a lot of first-time matches that happen at WrestleMania, and they're three-part series matches. They end later on in the year. So this right here, Tiffany versus
maybe
Charlotte.
That's my old head. Even though you older than me, my old head logic of wrestling is that
build it up.
Feuds end at WrestleMania, not start. And if they start at WrestleMania, usually they don't go that great.
Not all feuds.
Some of the feuds. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, just as a recent idea of what I'm talking about. They started a feud at WrestleMania and continued it the rest of the year. It did not go the way we wanted. My point is if they have a trilogy starting from Mania, the Mania match should always be the best match. It's Mania. So if you have a trilogy after Mania and they're better than the Mania match, I don't know.
I get that, but you can't have that for every single storyline, not for every single superstar who is going to have that three-part series matches. You can't start and you can't end every single match saga series at WrestleMania. I get that. Because WrestleMania is supposedly the granddaddy of them all. And how everything is supposed to end. The story is supposed to be finished. But not every chapter for every person doesn't end there. Sometimes people's books start at WrestleMania. So it is what it is. I mean, Tiffany Stratton is still fresh. She probably has so many years left in her career. Whereas Charlotte is probably on her way out. So it's what are you laughing at, my guy?
Again, Jumpman said cocaine nose, and I assume he's talking about you because you're over there going.
I didn't do that. What are you talking about? I just keep clearing my throat. I don't know. I don't know if it's allergies or what. Cocaine nose. Where's that comment? Because I don't see it.
In the Discord.
Oh, in the Discord. It's probably somebody else. But you brought up AJ Styles. Let's get on with that. But who do you think is going to win, Charlotte and Tiffany?
Don't know, man. I feel like it's like I said, it's Triple H's
Booking?
decision. Does he want
Unexpected?
to like fucking give something to Tiffany to go into this the not next year, but as in the next wrestling year, like because this is the last pay-per-view of the year to the next cycle. I think that you give her momentum going into that next year, that like she's not unbeatable, but she just beat somebody that would put her on a pedestal higher than a lot of the people on the roster for being able to get a win against her, no matter how old she is now.
I think
or do you
win.
just give it to Charlotte because it's Charlotte, and Charlotte takes a lot of L's at WrestleMania, so you just repay her for doing so? Like, I really don't know, because it's Triple H. People are like, oh yeah, Vince's booking is unpredictable. Fucking Triple H isn't that great unpredictable wise. Like, anything can happen with him as well. And I think
Triple H's
for him,
booking,
you never know.
His booking is it is different than Vince. Triple H will throw you off by planting a lot of seeds. He's going to make you think of 10 probabilities before you narrow it down. Vince McMahon is probably like 2 probabilities before you start narrowing stuff down. And
but I don't think that's a good thing.
Huh?
I don't think that's necessarily a good thing, because I feel like someone like Vince's philosophy was better, because it's about quality, not quantity. And when I say that, it brings back a valid point we talked about last 2 discussions, is that when you have things like, oh, The Rock does a countdown, and that means there's a seed planted, and he did it with when he did the John Cena, which means there's 3 members. They're not thinking about shit like that. This shit's just random. They're throwing shit and seeing what sticks. My point is that just because there's 10 different he's got like, oh, it could be these 10 different things. I don't think they're always planting seeds, even when they try to come back like 5 months later and say, we planted the seeds. No, you fucking didn't. Because it's the same thing with this whole Rock shit.
I agree with you.
And all that. I feel like
it's not so much of planting seeds. It's something that they can resonate themselves with. What they did 4 months ago or 8 months ago or at the previous Mania. Taking some of that and planning that in that current promo, or let's say if The Rock comes out, he will take that and planting the Rolex when he lets John Cena beat up Cody Rhodes with it, something like that, something along the lines. Yes, I get that they're not planting seeds on purpose, or they say that they are, or say that they have everything planned out ahead of time. Some things they just make it on the fly. They, like I said, they take that from 8 months ago or so, and they put it together, be like, hey, we should do this, we should bring that up, and maybe instead of doing the 3-2-1, now this time you should do 2, so in that way we can do the final one as a 1. But there's a lot of possibilities that can happen in the main event. We want to talk about that, but so Tiffany's going to win this match. That's what I think. The next thing I want to talk about before we talking about the main event is AJ Styles and Logan Paul. We're not going to, let's just take a hot take. This will be one of those matches. It's an exhibition match, right? There's really not a whole lot of story being told. Dude, it's got to be confirmed.
No, I don't want to wait. Bro, AJ Styles is his farewell season very soon. You got 2 more years left of wrestling. I don't want to see him waste another WrestleMania jobbing out to some bum. He jobbed out to LA Knight, and he's going to job out to Logan Paul. No.
I think they're going to have a great match. That's the only thing I can say. That they'll have a great exhibition match. Other than that, I can't really tell you much. You already know how Logan Paul is. He talks smack. A lot of people don't like him, but he backs it up by his ability. He does crazy fucking moves in the ring. He probably have a couple of spots that he's practicing right now to do with AJ Styles.
It's not all about high. I'm gonna sound like an old head.
But when you don't have story, what do? It's just an exhibition.
Exactly. No. You can't. Because that's his excuse for everything. As in, you could say that about every single feud he's been in. Oh, well, he does not have no story. Well, what do you expect him to do? He has to do the high spot. No, it's called work on your fucking character and get me interested in you as a character, not, oh my gosh, guys, I'm going to do a top rope backflip triple 360 onto the announce table, my friend.
Okay, my friend. What is your point?
My point is, we're not jobbing AJ Styles to fucking Logan Paul.
I never
Even
said
if it'll be a good match, it's a waste of a Mania spot. Throw them in the IC title fucking ladder match for all that.
Well, if that happens, I'm cool with it. Speaking of IC title, I don't know what they're going to do. Do you think that they're going to do a ladder match or something along the lines? Because we have Penta, we have Braun Breaker, we have Finn Balor in the mix.
Fatal 4-way.
You know, we have a lot of triple threat matches.
Bro, Fatal 4... Okay, the Fatal 4-way that needs to happen, and if it doesn't happen, then Mania's going to bleh, is... I know we're jumping around. I'm jumping around. You said IC title, but United States has to have a Fatal 4-way this year. It's got to be Jimmy Uso, Tama Tonga, or was it... No, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Jacob Fatu. And I think in this match, we need to see a bunch of things happen. We need to see Jacob Fatu finally turn on Solo Sikoa.
Yep.
So they're working together during the match, and then at the end, we see some shit. We need to see...
Alex, I'm going to say WrestleMania 2000 Part 2. That's funny.
Okay.
Because we have multiple people in the matches.
Yep. We need...
What's up, Endon Sixes?
We need LA Knight to be pinned by Jimmy Uso. We need Jimmy Uso to win his fucking title. He needs to celebrate. We will not get, like you said, I agree with you. I don't, if Jey Uso wins, we're not going to see Cody Rhodes win. I think we need to still see that like Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero moment. So I think if you have Jimmy win the United States Championship, then you have Jey win in that same night, and then they celebrate together, that could be a good moment. But I think that's a Fatal 4-way match that needs to happen between those four, just for the storytelling. And if you've actually been watching SmackDown, it makes sense. And then as far as the IC title, like you said, I see that being... I think a ladder match would be cool because it would switch things up, considering, like you said, because we keep getting triple threat or Fatal 4-way. But I see that being the same outcome. I could see it being a triple threat or a Fatal 4-way. I could see it being... Braun, Penta, and
multiple people.
Braun, Penta, and Finn, or I think it could be Braun, Penta, Finn, and
Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic, and have a similar situation to what I just said, but with these four, you have Dominic and Finn. Finn ultimately turn on Dom, or vice versa, but then you ultimately have Penta beat Braun. Like that's how I see
agree.
It. But if not, I can see that being a ladder match, just because then you can involve more people and it will switch things up with the stipulation.
I agree with you. Those are the only two matches I will agree with you so far. Anything else, we've kind of like bucked heads against each other as far as like what we think. But those two are like those two matches are probably like the only two matches out. I would agree with you 100% that is the booking that I see it as well. I guess in the upcoming couple of weeks, we'll find out leading into Mania what they're going to do for the IC title match in the United States Championship. I want to say this side comment. I am not for LA Knight. I don't know why. What is the hype? Dude looks great. Dude looks great. Don't get me wrong. Promos are... They're cool. They're good. I can get behind it when I'm in the crowd. I can say L.A. Knight, yeah. But I just don't care about his moveset. I am not behind him. I know the same thing that a lot of people say about Jey Uso because he doesn't have any moves. How do you eat? Blah blah blah. But I'm not behind L.A. Knight. I haven't been for like the last year or so. I just don't care. I don't know why. Anyways, that's out of the picture. What do we have left? We got the main two? No. Oh, we got Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I think that's going to be a no disqualification, no holds barred type of match because Randy Orton wants to punt him.
No.
That's the main ending.
Count anywhere. I think we could maybe get like a Edge versus Randy Orton type of
Yeah.
vibe, like how it was like, Fall Scout Anywhere. I think that would
Hey,
really much
what's going on
be
with
nice.
Sami Zayn?
He's out. I think
He's just out for Mania?
it's gonna be a mirror image of what happened with Randy Orton. I think we're gonna see Sami Zayn return at Mania after the match.
Or do you think that maybe, hey, there's another surprise contestant for this matchup?
No.
Not for the Randy Orton Kevin Owens. I'm talking about the IC title or US Championship.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can see what you mean, but
yeah.
no, I don't see that. I think it's time I've been saying this about a few people. Sammy is one of them. I think he just needs to take a break, and he not even
Alex.
He just needs to get some screen time. Like, he just needs to get off screen for a bit. Let us forget about him, and then when he comes back, it'll be big, and we'll be even more behind him than we were, because he's just been on screen too much, getting his ass whooped. Hey, he was in a match where he could believably be off screen. Let him be off screen for a bit.
Hey, a couple of people are saying that Sammy's gonna turn heel at Mania. Can you see that? And just like he shows up and takes Kevin Owens aside and just takes out Randy Orton. I don't know. I have no idea either. I mean, why would he do that? I know they've turned heel and face whatever against each other so many times. There's a possibility, but what would be the reason? I guess
we have to be logical.
I guess that's where they tell the story after WrestleMania, why he did what he did. But then again, I just don't know.
You're gonna put him in an unsanctioned match where he's about to like
punt Kevin
Not
Owens.
even. No. If Randy Orton doesn't return,
Alex says he doesn't see that.
If Randy Orton doesn't return that night, Kevin Owens was gonna further injure Sami Zayn. So let's just say Randy Orton doesn't return. Why the fuck would it make sense for Sami Zayn to join forces with Kevin Owens when he's literally getting ready to further injure him? Why would he join forces with him after that? Like you said, I get the whole they become friends, they become enemies, they become friends, they become enemies, but this doesn't make sense.
Or Randy punts Kevin, right? Wins the match. Randy leaves. Sami Zayn comes out just to check up on Kevin Owens, even though they've been through some dark times. You don't think that's gonna happen? No, but he's gonna check on him. He's gonna check on him, but he's also going to hit him again, like get him up.
My friend, listen, we've had this. He came out and tried to go check on him when Cody Rhodes beat his ass, and then what happened after that? He got his ass whooped.
So funny.
He's not going to do that again, my friend. I'm sorry.
I love it when Lamar says, no, my friend. Okay, we've talked about Women's World Championship match, Io Sky and Bianca Belair. We've talked about Jey Uso and Gunther. We've talked about Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte. We've talked about Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. We've talked about AJ Styles and Logan Paul. We are going to talk about these two matches to work in conjunction somehow, even though Lamar is probably going to disagree. And as you guys can see from the picture or the thumbnail of this video.
Can I help you out? Can I help you out?
CM, yes, sure. Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead. Interrupt me.
Please stop.
It's like he has a different person hiding in the background that's ready to go. Paul Heyman should be the referee for the triple threat match, says Simon Hernandez. Oh, I don't know if Paul Heyman could be the referee.
I'm a movie star, and I'm on the set of, maybe Conan O'Brien or something. I'm about to pitch a clip to my next big movie, and in that vein, I actually have a clip from a big-time movie star that is going to explain in so many words how I feel about John Cena. And no, that movie star isn't you in The Chaperone.
What the hell?
How was your movie, by the way? I missed it.
Mine went straight to DVD, just like yours.
Straight to DVD.
Yeah, I figured I'd play the clip, reference a great time in history, and reference what you're talking about, and segue help you go into what you're gonna say is a great moment in time, a great feud in history and of our time at least.
Yeah.
And that is CM Punk and John Cena. So, PJ, what do you think could happen that might lead to us seeing those two men square off one last time?
Before I answer that question, wait, are we still talking about these two matches working in conjunction with each other?
Yes, my friend. I know what you're going to say, so that's why I set it up
Yeah.
perfect.
But let me ask you, my friend, did you watch CM Punk promo this past Monday Night
Yes.
Raw? Okay, what did you
Yes.
make of it, my friend?
I think of many things. I think okay, no, serious. I think one, he's not only further alluding to AEW with a lot of his promos.
I work with children, damn it.
Yeah, things have not changed. Things are still the same. But the ending of the promo was very telling to me. These two guys keep getting in my way. These two guys had to be taken out so that I can get the things that I want.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that he wants is the main event spot.
Yes.
The thing he wants is a championship match.
Yes.
So I think
Yes, my friend.
even if it is not right away, even if it is not the stipulation,
It will happen soon.
I think he will be getting that title match against Juan Cena.
Okay. So now, I want to get to the point. What is better just to, to get this? Let's say CM Punk beats Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, whatever night it is, right? Night 1, night 2, in the early in the night 2, whatever. He wins, and he's like, hey, the fine print says this. Paul Heyman got me this written in the fine print. This is a contract. That's what it says, that I will face the champion in the upcoming future. Do you think that you probably want that in future, right? You want that to happen not on WrestleMania, not WrestleMania. You want it to happen after WrestleMania. I think what a better way to swerve and trick everybody thinking as a huge distraction that we would see either John Cena or Cody Rhodes walk out as a champion. That is not what's going to happen. I honestly think that Cody Rhodes is going to win against John Cena. John Cena will not beat Cody Rhodes. With all the trials and tribulations, people interfering in that match, we're going to see Cody Rhodes come out as a champion. And then, lo and behold, something is going to happen. I don't know how. I know a lot of people make fun of me. I've even posted comments on WWE YouTube channel, and people are like, how the fuck is Paul Heyman going to make the match, brother? He can't do that. He's no general manager. He has no powers.
I hate people for that, because I just want to say that
I give them the reason. Listen, I give them the reason this. If you were to tell me Travis Scott, John Cena, and The Rock are going to beat up Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber, then why can I not make this type of prediction that actually makes sense? This is actually a better possibility than what just happened about a month ago with John Cena turning heel. I think this would actually happen. And I think what a better way... Don't you guys think after CM Punk cutting that promo this past Monday Night Raw, he's dropping all these hints. He has been doing that. Everybody's been getting in the way. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, who have been clawing their way up, trying to get back to the WWE Championship spot, and they're getting in the way. He has to take them out, so in that way he can be in the main event picture. He has, said so many things. Hey, what if this is, I don't know, what if this is just a rug pull, I hope Travis Scott gets his receipt. I don't think he's going to get punched. I don't think he will. Cody needs to bring the Bad Bunny to attack Travis Scott. No, that ain't happening. What is happening is what I just said. My hot take is... He's laughing.
What is happening is... No, because you said, no, that's not happening. What is happening is my hot take. No, it's not.
When I said no, that's not what's happening, is because I was reading the comment and I was responding to that, looking at the comment, and I was saying, this is what's going to happen. that Cody Rhodes is gonna win. There will be a lot of interference, including The Rock and maybe some other people. I think it would be pretty cool if Stone Cold shows up.
What?
I think it would be pretty awesome. And they don't have to sugarcoat it with a lot of people. I think just having just a couple of people, Stone Cold, The Rock, maybe a couple of other small ones, you know.
Wait, I think JR has a recommendation of who should join. Please.
Ooh. Here we go again. Here we go. Mankind? Mick Foley? Mick Foley will be cool. Don't y'all think?
So cold. No. Mick Foley's friggin' limpet. No.
Yeah, he can't even do anything.
Let's
He can't even take a bump anymore.
Let's get real. It's gonna be the man himself. It's gonna be the man himself.
Becky Lynch? You said the man. What the hell is going on? What are you doing? Okay. I don't want to get the copyright.
Copyright. What?
But I don't think they're gonna play Disturbed theme song. It's just gonna be regular Stone Cold theme song. But what do you think? What is your hot take? You just said John Cena's gonna win.
Yeah, I think that if we get a Jey Uso happy ending, I think John Cena might win. And look, to tie in your little CM Punk shit.
Yeah, what do you make of John Cena cutting the promo saying that he's gonna ruin wrestling for us? What do you make of that?
It's what he just said. He's just gonna be a part-time champion. He's gonna win the championship and never show up on TV like that. Like, it's just gonna be one of those things like he does. He just shows up when he wants and just kind of, not participate, not defend the title every PLE. Like it would just be shit like that, I feel like.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I feel like Roman Reigns was the he crawled so John Cena can run. I know that sounds stupid. It should be the other way around. But what I'm saying is Roman Reigns being a heel all this time was like the test for John Cena to be the heel. In terms of, it'd be similar in the regard of he's going to be that part-time champion that shows up when he wants.
I'm gonna, yeah.
And it'll be one of those things where he's an attraction. Like, he'll only show up for the big money matches and PLEs. He's not going to participate every week or every PLE like Roman was.
We don't have a huge heel other than John Cena. But John Cena hasn't really done... Not well. What about
Dominic Mysterio?
I'd take that back. He has taken out Cody Rhodes, which is the biggest baby face. But I think John Cena's heel turn is just a phase. He's going to end this shebang with him turning back to face. But that's later on. That's later on in the year. I can envision this. I can envision night 1 or hell, even night 2 in the beginning, where Roman Reigns and CM Punk, Seth Rollins, has this match. CM Punk wins. Paul Heyman comes out. They're hugging, have this emotional moment. CM Punk huffing and puffing, and they get the mic boom. The boom mic. Mic boom. They get the boom mic. They get the boom mic, and CM Punk drops the line, holding Paul Heyman, slapping his cheek, be like, you know about the favor, right?
Slapping his cheek?
Well, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's hugging and be like, yes, sir, whatever, anything for you, Punk. And then he says, I want that favor done now. He says that, if that happens night 1, that gets you tuned in for the night 2. WrestleMania now is a 2-part story. It's not just one night event. They're telling you a story for 2 nights. Everything that has happened with CM Punk, he has been clawing and fighting. He's fought this brutal battle against Drew McIntyre, defeated him. Then he had to face all these other people that got in the way. which is essentially Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. I mean, you name it, John Cena. Just to get to Cody Rhodes for that main event spot. That is the story that they're trying to tell us. Week in, week out, he comes out, tells a story that's what he has wanted. Every time that he thought about coming back to WWE, when he did come back to WWE, he's not there to make friends. He's there to make money. Even in the promo against Cody Rhodes, he's mentioned that when that time comes, I'm going to stab you in the front. I don't have anything to hide. He said that simply, when it comes to business, I'm going to stab you from the front. I really think that that's what he's going to do. He's not going to wait. Any opportunity that comes in his way, he's going to take it. And this is it. This is the opportunity. Another slight possibility that I think that can possibly happen, which I don't think in my opinion should happen, night after Mania, Monday Night Raw, where CM Punk comes out, be like, this is a favor, blah, blah, blah. I want this. But, if you guys can see what I just mentioned, post your comments and let me know. Does my theory work here? What do you guys think? How do you think that this is going to end? I know a lot of people are going to say Cody's going to win, John Cena's going to win. But I want to know opinions. I want to know the the outcome. And with CM Punk winning, does that make him a heel? What does that make him a face? Like, what does that make him? I want to know. What do you make of that, Lamar?
So you ask very many questions. Ask me in order every question you have.
Everything that I have mentioned, I made you feel. Well, I kind of gave you an outcome of WrestleMania. Like I said, okay. WrestleMania is 2-night event. They have to tell a story. I feel like that's what's going to happen. They're going to tell the story, be like, hey, I want the favor done now. I think that's what CM Punk is going to say. And everybody's going to be like, oh, they're looking for that moment. Like, oh, I can't wait to see what's going to happen at WrestleMania, my guy. CM Punk has just won the match, and now he says something about the favor. We're going to finally get to see it. I feel like we're very near getting that favor done now, somehow. What if The Rock gets involved and that he's the one that actually turned that favor or, gave it to CM Punk?
I mean, they better not, because they have done this many times where Paul Heyman has gone outside the norm and gotten his hands on a stipulation or something without them explaining to us how. He just has his connections. So, no, and I don't think it has to be The Rock. It could be Triple H. It could be fucking the 0.0000.1% of Vince McMahon that owns the company. I don't give a damn. Mm-hmm. I just know that it is Paul Heyman. He is before he was the special the head of the special counsel or whatever, or the wise man, he was an advocate for guys like Brock Lesnar, guys like CM Punk, like guys that actually mattered, to where he got them opportunities without any question, where whoever the on-screen authority was at that time, Paul Heyman was getting opportunity after opportunity. Hell, even when the authority was with Seth Rollins, when it was Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Brock Lesnar was getting himself championship matches against Rollins when he was the champion. Who did Paul Heyman go to get that championship match if Triple H is in charge and Seth Rollins is his champion? Mm-hmm. So you see what I'm saying? It's you don't need to explain. Oh, because you were saying how the comments were trying to say, oh, Paul Heyman has to. Oh, how will Paul Heyman get the opportunity? You don't need to tell us that. Just tell us he has his connections, because he has always had his connections.
He's the wise man. He's the advocate.
And he's as far as
Hall of Famer,
he's and everything. As far as if CM Punk wins this triple threat match, he's not gonna be a face. He's not gonna be a heel. He's just gonna be what he has always been, and he's gonna be a tweener.
Let me ask you this: Do you see? Do you see that? Okay, let's say the match ends between Cody Rhodes and John Cena. John Cena loses, and then between that, prior to that, they've had Stone Cold come out that he hit the stunner on The Rock. Blah blah blah. All this happened. The smoke is cleared. Cody's a champion. He's celebrating, and then The Rock gets in the ring. Paul Heyman comes out, be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, I have a favor." Blah blah blah. And then The Rock kind of like looks at, whatever, CM Punk when he comes out and does the 1, 2, 3 thing, and then he's the third person. Do you see that happening, or is that too far played out in my head? I don't see that happening either. I don't
see it being too far played out. Like a third member, they're pushing for straws. They'll do anything to keep The Rock relevant. I just don't think it's gonna be CM Punk, dude. I just think it goes. You could be like, oh, but it's John Cena. He's a babyface. No, I just think that CM Punk will always be that guy that goes against the grain. And even like in this scenario where if he inserted himself into this feud, I think he would be against everybody. I think he'd be against The Rock. I think he'd be against John Cena. He'd be against Cody Rhodes. It wouldn't be a selective like, oh, I'm on The Rock's team or oh, I'm on Cody Rhodes' team. If he's coming in, he's gonna be an anti-hero. Like he's just gonna be the Stone Cold of what what Stone Cold was.
I agree with you on that. I see CM Punk winning the championship, and there's a lot of potential of different matches happening throughout the 2025 year, right? CM Punk wins. Cody gets a break for about 3 months or so. He comes back, leading his storyline into SummerSlam that he has to fight his way up. While that's happening, I feel like Roman Reigns is already going to be fighting his way back in against CM Punk. John Cena is going to be fighting his way back in for the championship. They're going to be doing the back and forth. And you already have a lot of matches set up throughout the whole year. So I feel like they have a lot of potential to do a bunch of crazy matches throughout 2025. Yeah.
I see that outcome being more possible if you let Cena win. Because Cody can take his break.
I totally forgot about this. Alex Jimenez said Seth finally accepts and joins the corporation, which is The Rock, saying like he's the third person. Do you see that? Do you see that happening?
Nah.
Seth Rollins? No?
I think I could see Seth Rollins creating his own group. I don't see it being with The Rock, though. I think that just kind of contradicts everything.
I don't think there's going to be any groups with The Rock. That is a one and done type of deal. There's no faction. There's no stable. Nothing like that with The Rock.
I don't think so.
All I know is that we're in for a pretty exciting time again. I just wish that The Rock would show up more. Last year
he's supposed to be showing up, I think,
next week on Raw? London?
Raw? Yeah.
I heard about that too. He needs to build up that WrestleMania card and give us all these different hints, so to speak. But last year was pretty exciting. We got a lot of crazy stuff that happened with Cody Rhodes and The Rock. Ironically, we got more of The Rock rather than Roman Reigns screen time, which was the most craziest thing ever. Roman Reigns looked like he was the little cousin of The Rock, and The Rock foreshadowed his little cousin for sure. But he wasn't their tribal chief, if that makes any sense. But tribal chief is tribal chief. But yeah, I think that this is the outcome. That's what's going to happen. I don't know if you guys like this idea or not, but after watching CM Punk's promo, it was evident to me that CM Punk is going to win championship sooner than we know it. And like I said, wrestling or WWE, Triple H would like to tell two-part story for the WrestleMania event, and I think that's what's going to happen. A lot of comments being posted here. What about Drew joining the corporation? Nah, that ain't happening. Drew and Damian
Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew McIntyre, that makes more sense because he kind of got that, but he kind of got pushed to the side. Like, let's be honest, he could easily be the fourth guy in that CM Punk Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, like they all have history. I think it'd be perfect.
That would be cool.
But
that would be cool.
I think he has the most motivation to join The Rock.
Yep, because he has been screwed over and over again too. The only thing that I don't, or why I don't bring up Drew McIntyre, is that he has stopped talking about the WWE Championship or how he's been screwed. He has just been pissed. He gets pissed after every time he loses a match. He takes out his opponents. That's what he does, and then he gets stuck in a storyline with them. But CM Punk, on the contrary, I mean, he has been coming out week and week. Every week, and he talks about the main event picture all the time. But yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I'm in for a swerve. Give me the most craziest outcome ever. Something I would never think of. But I honestly think the WWE is going to distract us. They're giving us this undisputed championship match with Cody Rhodes and John Cena, and neither one of them are walking out as a champion at WrestleMania. Neither one of them. It's going to be somebody else. And that's CM Punk.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that was a pretty good episode, my guy. I guess we can wait a week to see what happens for Friday Night SmackDown and Monday Night Raw, which I think it will be pretty exciting. We're going to get probably a lot of answers leading into Mania. Maybe another promo, perhaps. Well, not promo. We're going to see the contract signing. So with the contract signing, we're going to get some crazy stuff.
Yes, my friend. I think it is going to be very, very interesting time.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, I guess I'm trying to see if there's any comments. Cena winning the championship. Sam says Cena's going to win the championship. That's cool. What if Mr. McMahon returns? Who the fuck? Simon, Mr. McMahon is not returning to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I don't think that's gonna...
Yeah, there it is. Vince McMahon is the third member. The end.
It was me, Cody. It was me all along. I'm the third member.
And that's not a prediction. That, my friend, is a spoiler.
Cody Rhodes, since you lost to John Cena, you're fired.
That's funny. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next week sometime. But in between that, I will shut up. But in between that, I will see you guys for some other stuff, which is GM mode tonight with White Mamba and Samuel L. Jackson, who is my wise man. So I will see you guys tonight.
White Mamba needs a wise man. He's not very wise, so he needs somebody.
White Mamba definitely needs a wise man. He is pretty terrible. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Peace soup. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Somebody said Hulk Hogan could return.